Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's your host, Rising Oblivion. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy VII coming over to PC. So this is the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. So yes, this is going to be the one that will include the Yuffie DLC. So this is going to be basically your full, all-around, big experience when it comes to Final Fantasy VII Remaster, or Remaster Intergrade, technically, is what we're going to be having. That's going to be coming to PC. There is only an Intergrade version from what I can tell. You can already go ahead and add that to your wish list, but keep this in mind, this game is only going to be exclusive to the Epic Game Store. And I know a lot of people are kind of upset about that. They don't like that a whole lot, which is understandable. It just depends, I guess, on whether one you like more, Steam or Epic Games more, but this is exclusive to Epic Games. I've used Epic Games for a couple of different games. The Kingdom Hearts games are exclusive on there, so I think Square more than likely has some type of exclusivity deal now with some PC games and stuff like that, so they're getting that Epic Game money for this port over to PC, and I think a lot of people were expecting this actually to be something that they got on Steam, considering that there are a lot of mainline Final Fantasy games over on the Steam store, but this is going to be a bit of an outlier. From here on out, we might even potentially see some other Final Fantasy games jumping on over, but let's get through all the details here about this remaster, the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, before we jump into the whole Steam versus Epic Games thing. So this is going to be dropping December 16th, so it's not too far away. And like I said, if you want to go to Epic Games Store now and go ahead and add it to your wish list, there are some videos on there, some trailers, stuff like that, recommended PC settings, which I could do a whole video on that later if you want me to do that, if you want some help on whether or not you will actually know if your PC can actually run this stuff. In the background, I do have gameplay of it on PC as well, so you can check that out and see some of the gameplay and stuff and whatnot from this version on PC. Obviously, this is going to be running better. You can play it in higher resolutions. I believe you can even play it in 4K because it actually recommends that you play this in a higher resolution. So you're going to be able to play this game in 4K, and more than likely, hopefully, when it comes out, we'll be able to have an uncapped frame rate. So this is technically, if things all work well, and judging from how I had seen the Square Enix people do the Kingdom Hearts games on the Epic Games Store, they run super well. Uncapped frame rate, you can have it on a screen resolution that's bigger than 1080p, so pretty cool stuff, and honestly, I think one of the best ways you can actually experience Kingdom Hearts. And I know console gaming is a very fun, relaxed way of playing games and stuff like that, but at the same time, getting to experience these games in, you know, the PC setting, we get to crank them up to a lot more than what we originally were able to have on console. If you would place Final Fantasy VII Remake on the just base PS4 or even the PS4 Pro, there were at times very, you know, choppy frame rates. There were also different textures. The infamous door that's all goofed up there. I think Tifa's door, or is it Tifa's door, or is it next to Cloud? It's the room next to Cloud, which I think Tifa's on the other side and Cloud, I can't remember exactly, but it's been a little bit since I played this. But there's also moments where, you know, just frame rates start to lag, some of the battle stuff, too much clashing and stuff like that, and the effects and stuff like that could slow the game down just a little bit. Typically it's nothing too bad, but the only thing that is huge and that is very bad in this is sometimes the outer textures look really bad in this game. But with the Intergrade version, and also getting to put this on the PS5, a lot of PS5 players have got to experience this, but the PC players also now get to experience this as well, and probably even better so because of new frame rate capabilities and stuff like that. So if we're able to take a look at what the, you know, Kingdom Hearts games got to experience and how they got to change, we can also take a look at how this game is also going to be treated though, and how this game is also going to sort of change as well. And the textures and the smaller things are the stuff you don't really recognize right off the bat, but once you get in game and experience that full experience all around you, the small things start to add up over time. And if we sort of take a look at what Square Enix has done with the Kingdom Hearts series over on Epic Games Store, we can kind of get a little bit of reflection as to what might happen for this game. So more than likely, we're going to be able to crank this thing up to higher resolutions and also be able to play it on an uncapped frame rate. Just getting to only play it on the PS4 and even the PS5, technically the PC could also run it at a better resolution, help it run a little bit better. Better texture resolution as well, so the infamous door, the infamous terrible looking door might look a whole lot better in this version of it. And it is the Intergrade version, which the Intergrade version actually does go in and change a couple of different things. So this is the best version of Final Fantasy Remake, and it also is going to include all of the stuff for it. So yes, it includes the Intermission DLC, which is going to be the Yuffie DLC. So you're going to be able to play the mainline Final Fantasy VII Remake, Intergrade, which is the best sort of current version of that game, and you're going to be getting the Intermission Yuffie DLC alongside that as well. But that's not all. Technically, there were a couple different things for the digital deluxe editions and stuff like that on the PS4 originally when this game came out. And a lot of it was 3 different pieces of armor, 3 different accessories, and 3 different summons, and also the I think Cactar weapon or something like that. You're going to be able to get all of those as well included in this, which is pretty cool. So you're going to get some extra summons, some extra, I think, some bangles and stuff like that, so it'll increase your health, defense, stuff like that, and some other accessories and things like that. So I'm not going to go into all of it because it's a lot of different accessories, and it's just some minor things and some materia and stuff like that you can use for your characters. Basically just some buffs and things to sort of get you on your journey. At the end of the road, that's not going to be items you're probably using the entire time, but it's definitely some cool stuff that you can have. The summons are really what you want to look after because the summons are pretty cool in this game, and getting to have some extra summons is very, very nice. So for the most part, that sort of wraps up what you're going to be getting here. So like I said, December 16th on the Epic Game Store, you can already put it in your wish thing there. You're going to be getting access to the Yuffie DLC and access to the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which is the sort of best version of this game that is possible. Best resolution, best textures, probably going to have an uncapped frame rate if we look at what Kingdom Hearts did, and more than likely, just from already what we can sort of tell, it says recommended screen stuff for this to have already been at 4K. I think they're just saying that because it looks good like that. You could probably play it in 1080p just fine. I don't think that's going to be a problem. They wouldn't do that, but you can play this thing in probably 4K uncapped once it comes out. Those are big ifs because I'm not 100% sure. We can't really tell it yet until we get into it, but I think for the most part, that's kind of all we got to say here, and you're going to get some extra DLC and some summons and stuff like that. So, I know a lot of people really wanted this. Maybe this isn't the best thing that they wanted, you know, with it coming out on Steam and stuff like that. Like I've said, though, trust me, I've used Steam forever. I love Steam, don't get me wrong. Steam at times seems a little dated when it comes to searching up games and stuff like that. Sometimes it's a little hard to navigate, seems a little bit dated, but I recommend giving Epic Games a try. You get 2 free months of, or you get 2 free games every month. And I'm not trying to push you to do that or anything, but unfortunately, this is what it is, and this is where it's coming out at. Square Enix must have some kind of deal because all the Kingdom Hearts games are on there. The Kingdom Hearts games worked fine for me. I never had a crash or anything with it, so hopefully we all get some good experiences out of this. Let me know in the comment section below, especially if you're already getting this game. Let me know, have you had issues with this game with an Epic Game Store? I can make a follow-up video about this and hopefully get it pushed around. Maybe get this in some of the eyes of the people over at Square Enix, and maybe they could take a little look at that kind of stuff and sort of maybe fix some things or understand some things about it. But if not, let me know, are you hyped for this game? Anything else you want to say about it? Let me know how you feel. Maybe this will come to Steam, maybe it won't. Who knows, man? But I think we all sort of knew this was coming eventually, sooner or later. But I don't know, it's different. I don't think I'm very upset about it. I just have to use a different launcher when I load this game. I'm not super hard about it. But let me know your opinions. Let me know your questions down below. Like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel already. Let's hit 2,500 subs before the end of the year. We are so close to getting that. I would love to hit that milestone before the year's end. That would be fantastic. Click the bell to be notified when I have a new video go up, and of course whenever I live stream a lot on this channel, so if you want to see some cool JRPG action, I would love to see your pretty face there. Until next time, thank you all so much for watching.